All right, let's go ahead and pre-plan my day for tomorrow. So I'm going to hit the fork and the knife at the bottom, and I have to click on tomorrow, which is Thursday. And as you can see, I have a blank food log here. When I'm logging my day, I always start with my known meal, which 9 times out of 10 is going to be dinner, which would be meal 3. So I'm going to click add food here because I have meal planned. I don't really meal prep, but I know my meal plan for tomorrow night calls for taco bowl recipe. So I'm going to go to click my items because it's a recipe that's already in here. You can see it's the top one here under my recipe. So I'm going to click taco bowl. And these are the macros for the entire recipe. Now, this recipe serves about 6. So I'm going to add it to my food log and say that I'm going to eat 0.15. That is about 1 serving if it makes 6 servings. So then I'll hit save. And it is in my food log for dinner tomorrow. Now, we have fresh avocado that I need to use or it's going to go bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Avocado is very high in fats, so it may not work for a regular macro day, but I'm going to try it and see since it needs to get eaten. So I'm going to do add manually, and then the search bar up here, I'm going to type in avocado. Maybe I am. Avocado. Search. Avocado. Let's do 1 avocado, and let's say I'm going to eat half of an avocado, so I change the serving size to 0.5. Add to food log. So that will be my dinner. Then I go to any other known meals I have. I know that I have some lemon berry chia oats already meal prepped because it doesn't take any more time to make 1 than it does 4 or 5. So when I made 1 earlier in the week, I went ahead and meal prepped a couple to have in the refrigerator. So this is a Lily Eats and Tells recipe. So I'm going to click on meal 1, I'm going to click add food. And because, let me show you, I'm going to act like I'm going to scan a barcode so you can see. So in her cookbook here, you can see it tells you the exact macros. If you make it exactly as she says, using the exact amount of grams, these are the exact macros that are going to be in this dish. So I can do what's called, I'm going to click add food, I can do what's called a quick add. And I can call it what it is, name it, it's lemon berry overnight chia oats. Now this only is going to work if you make the recipe exactly like it is written. If you make any changes or use like a different kind of cut of meat or something, then that's going to change the macros. Specifically, like meat would change it considerably. If you use like an 80-10 or an 80-20 meat instead of a 92-8, that changes the fat content drastically. So you have to do it as the recipe is written to be able to use this. But I did it just like her recipe is. So it has 382 calories in it. It says it has 33 carbohydrates. It has 11 grams of fiber. It has 13 grams of fat and 30 grams of protein. And then click add to food log. Now you can add it to your favorite items if you want to. If something you eat regularly, I've already done that so I don't need to. Or if you want to submit it to Faster Way, they can put it in their recipe library. You can do that as well. So there's that. Now, every morning in my coffee, I also have collagen. So I'm going to click on meal 1, I'm going to click add food. And this time I'm going to click my items here because I have this saved as a favorite. So under my items, you're going to have any recipes you've built. My food is going to be anything that you have favorited, which I can show you how to do. And so the Faster Way collagen is under there. The favorites on the right are any Faster Way recipes that are in the meal the recipe library that you have favorited. So my food are foods that I've scanned in that I said I eat these a lot. Remember these foods. So that's Faster Way collagen. And see how it says up here at the top, it's got the heart that's filled in and it says unfavored. If I click it, I've unfavorited it. If I click it again, it goes into my foods. So that's how you get food there. And then you can click add to food log. So those are definitely my known meals for tomorrow. And as you can see, my macro circles, they're pretty balanced. Fat's a little bit high, and I've already blown my fiber out of the water, which is incredible. You can always go over on fiber. You can never get enough fiber as long as you're drinking enough water. So For my lunch, I know I have leftovers from dinner yesterday. Let's see if that fits for my lunch tomorrow. An easy way to do that is go to yesterday and then click where it says meal options, ... Click the 3 dots. I'm going to copy dinner, which is this meal 3, and click those. Select. I'm going to move it to tomorrow, which is the 8th. Copy to date, and I'm putting it in meal 2 because I'm going to have it for my dinner last night, lunch tomorrow. So copy, and then yes, I want to copy it. And there it is right there. Now, you can see that put my carbs pretty high. I still have a good bit of fat and a little bit of protein to use for my snack. So let's see. I have, to fill in the protein, I know I have this jerky stick. So let me grab that out of my pantry. So I'm going to do this as snack 2. Add food. Scan barcode. And this is just, and you can see that is in my favorites. I could have just pulled it up from my favorite or my items too. If I wanted to, I'm going to add it to my food log. So pretty close on protein, pretty close on fat, and right there at carbs too. I just need a little bit of carbs and a little bit of fat. I'm going to be in the car, I know, a lot tomorrow. So I'm going to grab this Lara bar and see if that will fit in my snack too. So it's just one of these. These are one of my favorites. So I just flip it over. It's going to be easy to grab and go. Let's see how this works for tomorrow. So add to my food log. So it put me over a little bit on carbs, but everything else looks great because I want you to be within 5 grams plus or minus is considered hitting your macros. Your macros being protein, fat, and carbs. So it only put me a little bit over on carbs. So what I'm going to do for meal 2, the jasmine rice, I have it that I'm eating a half of a cup prepared. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this. What I did there is I swiped to the left. You can either remove it, change it, or change the serving. So I'm going to change that serving right there. So instead of 1 full serving, which is a half of a cup, I'm going to eat a little bit shy of half of a cup, 75% of half of a cup. So I'll just, when I'm making it, I'll just not do the full half cup, and that nails my macros spot on.